Okay, so I don't know like the statistics on this, but it's probably higher than I think. How many of you guys have like slept in a VR headset before? Um, I didn't look it up or anything, but I assume that it's probably more than I think, which is scary. I used to spend many nights sleeping with a VR headset on, so I'm gonna kind of reminisce about the days that I was a VR chat degenerate player. Um, the reason like I played VR chat in like 2017 when it was kind of a meme, you know, Uganda Knuckles, all that. What a time to be alive, dude. I was way too young to be playing that. And you know, I played it for the memes with the homies. Nothing remarkable to say there. A few years later though, down the line, this was what? Summer of 2021, which was a long time ago. I got back into it, all right? And my like younger brother, he had like a VR headset. He got it for like Christmas or something, but I stole it. And I got one of those thick Oculus cables and I plugged it into my computer. So I had high quality VR chat now. Now, the reason why I went back to the dark side, it was kind of a culmination of two things. It was like one, I was very sad and heartbroken at this time. Like this was a fresh like my 16-year-old life was in crisis. Okay, and I also had another friend who he played VR chat a lot, and just coincidentally during this time he hit me up and he's like, dude, you want to play some VR chat? I'm like, hell yeah. So I start going crazy on this VR chat, dude. Like the homie gives me a skin, a VR chat skin, like an anime boy skin that I still rock to this day. Although it's been a fair bit, okay. I've kind of rung up the hat on this degen on this VR chat stuff, man. But we would have, dude. It was just a lot of fun, man. You know. Oh shit, my bad. Like we would play that murder mystery game in like that mansion, and it was just so fun, dude. My friend he had this app on Steam that you could like attach MP3 files to and play those MP3 files through your mic. So he was just blasting like ear rape, like shitpost music through the mic at these random people that we would encounter and be friends with, like make friends with. And it was just fun, man. It was just fun. Okay. Like the escapism was so strong, but I found this one specific VR chat world, which I still think is a beautiful masterpiece. I'm gonna gatekeep it though. It was really popular at one point, though, to my knowledge. And there would just be this specific spot in the map, and it was just so calming, dude. I'd gaze up at the sky, but it was a beautiful sky, and I would fall asleep in that, like all the time. Like I think like my mom would like see me sometimes, just like in the VR sleeping, and I don't know why she didn't snap me back into it, but through this escapism arc, I met this girl from Germany, and we ended up talking a lot. We ended up becoming friends, and like we still talk to this day, although not nearly as frequently. It's like every 8 months she'll text me, and you know we'll shoot the shit. But this time it was like this was a key moment, dude, because now I had like an actual reason to play VR chat, and that was female validation, because you know my young world was just flipped upside down. All right, I was craving the female attention. It became the biggest insecurity of my life, which is pathetic. But we're up. I digress. So, and you know, Germany is, you know, kind of like roughly halfway across the world, so their time zone is a little bit different. It's kind of flip flopped. So what I would end up doing is I would stay up till like 5 a.m. every single night, which was like, I don't know, afternoon probably in Germany. I'd stay up late. I would stay up really late just to wait for her to log on. And then she would log on, and then we would have some fun in VR chat. We would just go off in our little escapism. So I played a lot of VR chat with her as well. And, you know, with time the logging ons became less frequent, and it is what it is. But dude, the phantom touch, y'all know about that phenomenon, right? That phenomenon. Goddamn. The phantom touch, dude. I experienced it with this girl. It was crazy. I'll never forget it, dude. And it was like lame as hell. She just leaned in. We were just like eye to eye. Like our avatars were like facing really closely. I mean, she initiated the closeness. Whoa. So But dude, I could feel like the heat of her face on mine. That's so cringe. It's so cringe to say, dude. It's like some anime like romance story, like two 30-year-old men in love pretending that they're anime girls. I don't know. I don't know if that was like a sexual assault violation. I don't know what the VR chat rules are for that, because I know in this digital community there's like guidelines and such for behavior. You can't just be clipping into everybody's avatars, man. You got to back off. You got to know your spot. But that happened with that random memory that just occurred to me. So yeah, thankfully, as I got like real life experience and made real life friends, I stopped relying on VR chat. But there was a time, and it was quite a comforting aid in a time of high distress. And so, I'm very nice to this German girl still. Like I still rock with her. She's still cool. Because she helped me. She fed my insecurities basically. But she's a nice person too. But I've moved on with life, and the friend who I played VR chat with, we're not really in contact anymore. That's how it is. We'll see how it develops. But I don't think he stopped playing VR chat, dude. So, but yeah, I used to just live on the VR chat. I used to live in VR, man. That's what they're doing. Everybody is just escaping. And you don't necessarily need a VR headset to escape. There's a billion avenues that we all tap into. But yeah, that was fun to reminisce, man. It's fun because of how sad it is mainly. Okay, I'm not like nostalgic for it. It was just sad. But those are some stories. That's kind of what went down. Very interesting experience living with a VR headset on. It's very uncomfortable. You have to get into a very specific spot. So let me know what your VR experience is in the comments, because I'm curious. I've kind of been unplugged from this world for a bit. And with that, I'll leave y'all to it. Have a great night.